Morning. Don't know where you are, but where I am. It's early. The world's still stretching. The coffee's hot. And the signals are already coming in. Let's take a look before the day starts making demands. This is Signal Check with Adrian North. Saturday morning. Barely light. The feeds are already humming with something strange, something urgent, something worth catching before the noise takes over. Coffee in hand. Mind clear. Let's see what's moving while the world's still quiet. Microsoft just patched what they're calling a maximum severity vulnerability in Entra ID. That's their identity and access management platform. Maximum severity. And here's the thing, it's already been exploited in the wild. We're not talking theoretical, active attacks. The flaw sits in the very system that manages who gets into what across enterprise environments. Which means if you're running Entra ID, this isn't a "we'll get to it Monday" patch. This is a drop everything and update situation, because someone's already figured out how to walk through the door. Kaspersky found something deeply weird, malware specifically engineered to infect Android-based car head units. Not phones, cars. The firmware running in vehicle infotainment systems made by a company called DoFun. And this isn't just breaking into your playlist. The malware is being used for ad fraud and turning infected vehicles into nodes in a proxy botnet. Your car, serving ads, routing traffic for someone else. It spreads through built-in updaters, which means it looks like a legitimate system update. We've been worried about cars getting hacked for years, but this is the supply chain angle. It's baked into the update process itself. Researchers just uncovered 14 Trojanized NPM packages on the JavaScript package registry. They look like normal calendar and streak tracking utilities, but once installed, they quietly drop a backdoor called redc2 version 4.0. And this one's got a twist. The command and control infrastructure is AI assisted, which means it can adapt, shift tactics, maybe even evade detection longer than older tools. The supply chain attack playbook hasn't changed. Poison the well. Wait for developers to drink. But the tools inside the Trojan horse, those are getting sharper and harder to spot. A federal appeals court just made life significantly harder for online platforms. The Ninth Circuit ruled in California versus Meta, Section 23030, the law that's protected user-generated content platforms for decades, doesn't guarantee early dismissal of lawsuits anymore. Platforms now have to fight lengthy, costly legal battles before they can invoke that protection. What does this actually mean? It means more lawsuits, higher costs, and a chilling effect on smaller platforms that can't afford to defend themselves through drawn-out litigation. The EFF is calling it a major setback, and they're right, because this doesn't just hit Meta or Google. It hits every forum, every comment section, every small community site trying to host user speech without getting buried in legal bills. Switching gears. Runner's World just published something genuinely useful, the single best thing you can do to both prevent and treat runner's knee, according to a sports medicine doctor. And it's not stretching, it's not ice, it's simple, unglamorous strength work. Specifically, exercises that build stability around the knee and hip, the kind of work most runners skip because it's boring. But it's the difference between running through a season and sitting on the sidelines wondering what went wrong. If you've ever felt that telltale ache creeping in on a long run, this is the signal. Strength first, miles second. And one more. A story from 1956 that still feels impossible. John Landy, Olympic miler, accidentally spiked his competitor Ron Clark during a race in Australia. Mid-stride, Landy stopped, turned around, and apologized. Then he chased down the entire field and still won the race with a 4:04 mile. They called it a senseless piece of chivalry, but Landy didn't see it that way. He saw a guy on the ground and stopped, and then he ran harder than he ever had. That's not senseless. That's knowing what matters when the clock is running and the crowd is screaming. That's Signal Check for today. Close the tab, step outside, the day's waiting. We'll talk again next time.